I don't know if you guys are new here. You may or may not have heard me talk about a particular dating coach who I like to watch here on YouTube. His name is Matthew Hussey, and I signed up for his newsletter. And today I'm talking about it because I got an email about your ex moving on quickly and why you shouldn't worry about that. So I thought I would do a little tarot reading about it to have some talking points, because I feel like a lot of us can relate to being stuck on somebody who's fully moved on that maybe we should let go of. And there was a scenario attached to the email. I won't completely tell you the whole scenario, but it was basically about this person who seems to be happy with someone, but in reality, the ex was a narcissist. The ex was bad. So even though, that person is happy now with somebody new, that doesn't change the fact that, who they are and who their personality is. And doesn't change the fact that you didn't have compatibility with this person or that it didn't go anywhere for you. So you have to remember that, okay, yes, maybe they have a different love story with this person, but their story is not relevant. They are not relevant to your story anymore. Your ex, your past person, your situationship is not relevant to your story anymore, because they have told you, they have expressed to you in one way or another, or you've expressed to them in one way or another that you are unsatisfied with the situation, and it's time to let go of that. So yes, they are not relevant in your story anymore. So now it's time to write new stories, time to tell yourself new things, time to open up to the potential of new love. Let's see what the Tarot and the Divine has to say about when they move on quickly and you're still stuck on them. And this is a difficult process because I feel like it can take years for us to come out of our, the timing for everyone to move on and get over can be different. And it can take a while for us to come out of a place of ego. It can take a while for us to come out of a place where that was supposed to be my person, because that's an ego-based thinking thought. All right, so first card out we have, yes. Hello there, how do I say your name? Demandra J. So one of the reasons why it's so difficult for us to walk away when somebody is done, okay, let's say it's the narcissistic discard. The first thing that comes up for a lot of us is abandonment wounds. Ça va. Yes, Five of Pentacles. We feel lost. We feel abandoned. We feel like our person left us, and it opens up those, ça va français. I wish I knew French because I would love to go to France. I've only been there briefly. So yes, we feel alone. We feel abandoned. We feel like we've been left out in the cold, because some of us actually have abandonment issues, and we linger in the energy of lack, right? Ernie says no. We linger in the energy of lack. So the thing is that your partner or whoever it is who you separated from, they're not in this energy of lack. They're not feeling abandoned, neglected, left behind. Maybe they don't have abandonment issues, but they see the separation as an opportunity for them to meet someone else, to do something with themselves. It's like a freedom. So the thing is that your ex they don't think the same way as you do. A lot of us haven't done the self-work. Eight of Pentacles. We haven't done the self-work to have the self-worth enough to not want someone who doesn't want us. It's as simple as that. We see it as a loss. We see that we put a lot of worth and validation on getting somebody else's love. And so it puts you in a position of, on our knees, begging. It puts you in a position of like desperation, right? Because we're so used to having to be validated by somebody else, and we haven't done the deep inner work yet, the deep inner healing. that, the wounded child is still there. I think that it was frozen. Okay, my stream was frozen for a minute. So now's the time to do the deep work, to do the healing. Don't self-abandon. In that relationship, you are probably abandoning yourself and putting a lot of energy into it. This is that people-pleasing energy, being on our knees. If you were the one constantly trying to get more out of this person, pouring so much in, then it's going to make you feel empty, okay? And here we go. A lot of us could have mental health issues, or we could have a habit of talking down about ourselves. Hi, Wyatt. Is that a baby? No children allowed in the chat. Yes, so some of us are negative self-talkers, and we could be the type of person to take rejection really heavily, because we are the type of person who talks bad about themselves and who takes every kind of rejection as an example. See, I knew I was no good. So if you already have these issues of anxiety or low self-worth or low self-esteem or talking negatively about yourself, because you haven't fixed yourself, then you're going to be feeling it even more than the other person, right? It's an example of, I don't know. Thank you, Emmy. Thank you, Emmy. It's an example. You're going to see it as an example. See, this is why I don't love myself, because I'm not good enough. This person doesn't want me. There could be some secret sadness that we've already had. Once again, as I was saying before, we have underlying issues. There are underlying issues that we have. And when somebody walks away from you, and you already have some of these issues, you're going to be triggered to be feeling that way. Lost, depressed, lonely, these are issues. So because when we're in a relationship and now we're alone, we're left to face all the thoughts in our head. So these are things that we haven't resolved yet. Okay. So these are things that we haven't resolved yet. What else will tarot say about when they walk away? Ooh. Queen of Cups. We're very sensitive. A lot of people who come to tarot are empaths, and they feel a lot, okay? Especially if you were connecting to somebody who maybe isn't as emotional as you are or anything like that. You could have had a lot of compassion for this person, and you put your heart on your sleeve. So it puts you in a position to really feel all the emotions, because you're very sensitive. And you have more of an emotional way of processing things than maybe the other person. For some of you, of course, not everyone is going to relate to all of these talking points that I have here. Let's see what else the tarot has. How y'all doing today? Where y'all at? I know we have someone from France, which is fun. 5 of Cups, disappointment. Yeah, so once again, focusing a lot on the disappointment. So some of you guys could have had a lot of disappointment already in your life from previous relationships, okay? And kind of are like now counting all of the disappointments on one. Like, I can count all of the disappointments. Every relationship I had was a disappointment. And you're like allowing that feeling to make you feel kind of shame, or to make you kind of spiral, a little bit of depression here. So yeah, this could be triggering those feelings of disappointment, because maybe you've already had a lot of disappointing relationships. What else do we have? Ace of Cups. Not ready to accept new love. Ace of Cups. I feel like also, because this Ace of Cups could be that it came out in reverse, and the way that I see that is unrequited. So a lot of the times when somebody moves on from us so quickly, it's because the love wasn't on the same page. It wasn't equal. And that's kind of a tricky thing, because I know in relationships it's It's not always equal. Some person likes a person more than the other. That can happen a lot, and it makes it very difficult for us to move on because we've invested more. We've given them more of our love than they gave us, and it puts you at a feeling of rejection and loss. Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? Wheel of Fortune. Still waiting on a message. Some of us could have been waiting a long time, thinking that they were going to come back, and that can kind of set you up for failure too as well. Especially you can Google it, and you can go on YouTube and you can Google a lot of different dating coaches who will talk about the energy of waiting and how it's basically the same as being the chaser. To be able to detach from that actually makes you more attractive. To be able to have a little bit of detachment and maybe not so invested in the relationship makes you more attractive. A lot of us are nurturers, and we nurture our relationships a lot. So if our relationship ends, we're going to feel probably a lot more sad and disappointed, and make it that much more difficult to move on because we put so much of ourselves in it. We invested a lot. We nurtured this person a lot, and we feel the pain that much more on a deeper level. Let me see if I can get some advice. We're just going to keep this a brief for you guys. Let's get some advice here. Take your time. There is no rush. If it's taking you longer to move on than the other person, there is no rush. And it isn't a race, of course, whatever the reason is. And then we have justice. Things will balance. Try to harmonize, okay? Balancing things out in your life, whatever it is. Take control of your life. It's up to you, the steps that you take to move on. You have the control ultimately, nobody else here. Take control, balance out, take your time. All things come with time. Try opening up to new opportunities. It's probably the last thing that you're going to want to do. But opening up to meeting new people, even if it's just for, friendship, can make you feel less alone. 8 of Wands. Yeah, talk to other people. Get out there. Communicate. You can talk about what you're going through with friends, but also you can just meet new people and communicate and talk and allow that energy to propel you forward here. Love it. Okay, so we have 7 of Cups. Try not to be confused. Some of you guys, this whole situation is gonna let you have a spiritual awakening, but you have choices, you have options. Because I know a lot of the times when a relationship ends, we say that was it, there's nobody else out there. Explore your options, because there's a lot of people in the world, and you'd be surprised. There are other people out there for you. You never know who you could meet. 7 of Cups. A lot of people in the world. 2 of Pentacles. Why the 2 of Pentacles here? Queen of Wands. Some of you guys, work could be a distraction for you in a good way. Finding volunteer work or getting out there and doing extra activities, excelling at your career. These things can be good to help you get through a rough time. Spend time with family and people who love you and care about you. Okay, no matter where you are on your timeline, I know that this is temporary and that you will get through it. You will get through to the other side. Okay, no matter how much time it takes, you don't have to compare how long it takes you or someone else, because you're going to be good, and it's temporary, and there are a lot of other people out there. And open up to the possibility of new things, healing that heart chakra, Heart Sutra. Okay, you guys, I hope this reading elevated your consciousness in some type of way, shape, or form. I'm going to get on out of here, and I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming out. Bye.